You say that just as we come on.
I know. I
That's
got it
really
just before
that's
we
just
went live.
that's
You
messed up.
know.
Anyway, who are you?
What's up? This your boy John Colder Ice Lawson. What's up?
I'm Brent Leary.
I can't wait. Next week he shaves, guys.
Yeah, but until then, I am honoring my new Ram. This is a brand new Ram. It's the beginning of the NFL season. I've got my brand new Rams hat, never worn before. Literally, just put it on my
I
head.
mean,
My
God,
commitment stands solid as a rock
nobody
to the
cares.
listeners, to the viewers. Everybody likes them.
Nobody ever comments on your Rams hat. I
Everybody's like,
noticed that.
wonder what Rams hat he's going to wear today.
Yeah, right. I'm
I hear
sure
that all the time.
that happens all the time. I'm sure it does.
We're waiting on the minions and
There is no such thing as minions.
the coach
They're
John,
friends and family.
the fanatics.
We're waiting on the friends and the family.
Some might use the term
Love you
lunatics
all.
and fringe characters and all those.
Keep talking bad about my people. They're gonna get you.
Where's Chris at? I'm waiting for Chris to
That's right. Chris is gonna look for you and jump you
with the sniper shot.
Ugh, don't say that anymore.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah, we can't say
not
that.
good, especially in Georgia.
I know, man. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, really.
It's so sad. We keep going through this over and over again.
Like Groundhog's Day.
It really is, isn't it? It's just
it's not
nonsense. Nonsense.
But anyway, we will press on because I have to admit I'm kind of fired up about an article
about nothing.
No,
he read an article and got fired up, y'all. Watch.
Well, it was actually a combination, but that one really got to me because of the size of the price increase. So let's put it out there.
Let's put it out.
So I don't know if this came out earlier this week or late last week, but it was
this week. Trust me, this is this week.
This week.
Yeah.
So this week, a lot of people apparently use Canva.
You think?
You use Canva. Look, I use Adobe Creator.
That's for you highfalutins.
No, no,
y'all can afford that. I can't afford that.
Oh, get the hell out of here with that. Anyway, so a lot of small business folks use Canva, and I guess they're used to paying like $12-15 a month or whatever it is, and it does the job apparently. But now all of a sudden, they are adding AI capabilities and features and functions into the platform, and because of the AI inside, apparently. They just came out with this announcement. They're raising their price, the annual price of, I think it's Canva Team or whatever they call it. Is it Canva Team?
Canva Teams, yeah.
Canva Teams. It was, or currently, as of right now, it was $119 for the year. And I think, what's that? Come with 3 licenses or something?
That's per license, but you need to have 3 to get in a team.
Right. Yeah. So you need 3 people, on your team to be able to use Canva Team. It's not an individual thing.
Right. Right. So that's $119 a piece.
Oh, wait a minute.
Times 3. Yeah.
So it's $119 for each person a piece a year.
Right.
All right. So really what you're paying for at the minimum of 3 and it's $119, you're basically paying like $360 or something like that, roughly, for the year. All right. So they came out just this week and announced that in December, what everybody has been paying $119 for the year to use is going to go up to $500.
Well,
$500
in year 2.
No, well, they say they'll give you a bit of a discount.
The discount
for the first year,
a 40% discount.
You only have to pay $300.
Exactly.
I don't know how that's a discount from the $119 the people were paying before that. But isn't that kind of the way they message and massage? Like they trying to make it sound like we gonna give you a serious bargain.
Well, they're saying that we're going to grandfather you in to this increase.
To pay almost 3 times what you
It's
normally pay.
it's a lot. It's a lot for
It's
some
a lot.
people. Yes.
So you are a user, but you also have a mind meld group or whatever you call it, and apparently that was kind of the talk of the group, wasn't it?
Several people around the interwebs are talking. They're talking, bro. They're talking.
They're talking.
Don't get it twisted. They
What
are talking.
What are they saying, though?
They're like, first though, what else can I do? Who else can I go to? I don't want to pay this. This price increase. It came from nowhere, man, and it's like that's pretty hefty, So it is what it is.
A
And people got things to say.
300% in. When's the last time you had anything have an increase like that?
That's a good question.
And anybody else out there, let us know. Are you a Canva user? After hearing this news, do you plan to continue being a Canva user?
But again, it's the teams.
It's the teams.
It's the teams portion of it, not just any old Canva.
Well, that might actually make it even harder to get off, because if your team is used to using
well,
it.
That's why they're doing it right this way, right?
So I think I have the break. All right, here we go. Let me just read this off to people.
Uh-oh.
So this is what the article that this news was delivered in. This is what it says. Announcing the price hike in an email to Canva team. And we even heard even more about these emails. It's like not all people got the same price increase, but we will continue.
It didn't seem like it.
Didn't seem like it. Remember, we were talking about that price optimization stuff like a few weeks ago. Anyway, the company states that from December, subscriptions will go from $119.99 per year to $500 per year, although price varies according to the number of users within the team membership. Okay, there you go.
There you go.
Presumably
what?
To soften the blow, a 40% discount will be offered for the first 12 months, reducing the price to a cool $300. Now, here's the quotes. This change helps us continue building awesome products like our Visual Suite, our Magic Studio, brand tools, and other highly requested features. Canva claims. All right. So you getting some.
What do you mean Canva claims?
That's whoever wrote this article, they added their little thing.
Okay, Canva
like
claims.
The claims.
Oh, okay. I thought, okay, got you. That's not yours.
Don't forget the presumably to soften the blow. I don't think Canva actually said those words when they're thinking about that. But anyway, you get the gist. It's going from 119 to 500 with a 12 months pit stop for 300.
Yeah.
So you're going from 120 to 300 to 500. That's basically the trend, and it's not your friend in this regard. All right. So you talk to the people.
Okay. Yes.
So what scoop are you getting from the Canva users that are in your group?
I mean, it just seems like a lot. 300%.
It seems like a lot.
Right. And then I think a lot of people are feeling like, okay, maybe this is time to look for other options because it's getting kind of expensive.
Kind of.
Yeah, but I mean, it's not. I mean, honestly, let's do the math. I mean, $500
a year.
A year, that's still less than $50 a month.
Yeah, but versus 119 a year. I mean, how do you go from 119 to 500?
Well, you don't. You stop in the middle at 300.
Yeah, you let them get a little breath, take a break, and then you charge them again. I mean, damn. I have never seen anybody's price increase like that.
I think the reaction is been kind of, crazy, but it's important to note that it doesn't affect all Canva subscribers. This cost is only for the people that are on teams and are pro on teams.
Yeah, you're forgetting one major word, though.
What's that?
It's a 3-letter word. It begins with a Y and ends with a T. Yet. It doesn't affect you yet, because they're coming for your wallets if you're a single person too. Let's see what JB says. Oh, JR, excuse me, JR Bird. Canva
JR.
increase on top of active campaign increase. Oh, wow. I see. I don't know anything about active
Oh, active
campaign.
campaign increase too? Let me look that one
And
up. How much
Adobe
was that?
increases every freaking year. Adobe
Exactly.
is
Thank
like
you.
Netflix at this point, but at least it ain't 400%.
Well, yeah.
And StreamYard, wait a minute. StreamYard too? I haven't
Yeah,
seen anything about,
they've been increased.
not for me.
Well, not for me because I use the free version.
Well, that's because you cheap is all.
No, I don't. I'm not cheap. I got
Wait a minute.
other options.
JR, could you let us know what the StreamYard increase is? Because I, quite honestly, maybe I'm grandfathered in because I started using it pretty early.
Or you just haven't heard about it yet?
Let's see. You know what? My annual re-up is probably coming up really soon. Now that you mention it, I better look into this before it hits the credit card. So I mean, come on. Everybody is. I hope Active Campaign isn't as ridiculous with their increase as
Nah, I
Canva is.
don't think it is. What is the
JR? If you could let us know what that increase is, I'd be really interested. Oh, and the other one that's increasing,
who?
Alexa.
That's not the same thing.
It's not on the same level, but if you want intelligence, if you want AI, you got to pay additional stuff.
You're gonna pay.
It should be baked in.
Why should it be baked in?
Because it needs to be. It's the best benefit of AI is if it's layered on top of everything else.
Okay, that's
like
okay, whatever.
It's like any real technology that hits the masses, it usually ends up being a part of the foundation. AI is a part of the foundation, or it will be soon. It should be already.
Here's the deal. I mean, Amazon has a lot of pressure on them.
In what way?
Well, because they're trying to keep up with Microsoft and Apple, right? And we know that Apple is about to roll out their AI in Alexa, but they didn't.
Siri, you mean?
I'm Siri. Yeah. They didn't create it. They're partnering with OpenAI. So Amazon has put Claude inside of there. So they're partnering with Claude and Anthropic.
And Anthropic, yeah, right.
Right. To put this in their devices. So it's not there. They've tried with their own AI, to develop it, and it's been failure after failure.
Come on, do we need to go down the whole? Apple should have been the one that should be the here all be all for AI. They had Siri. It's been out since 2011. They had a 3-year lead on Amazon with Alexa and absolutely did nothing with Siri to make it smarter until after OpenAI came out. And after the big hullabaloo about AI, they should have been the ones. They got caught with the pants down.
Okay, well,
they were sitting on this autonomous car nonsense, which they have absolutely no expertise in. I don't know what the hell they were going with
pants down. They're still going to be first to the market.
They can't be first to the market. The market is already out there.
There's no other device like that.
Like the iPhone?
There's no other Siri-like device. They're going to be the first one to put AI into their spoken device. Oh, now that's the pressure that Amazon's under, because now they've got to answer to that. So they've look. And I mean, it's not really. Gosh,
are you looking at this?
What?
125% increase.
For what?
That StreamYard? Let's see. Let's look at this first one. Starting on August 29th, which already happened. All our current StreamYard non-business customers will be transitioned to the new plans. In each case, customers will be moved to the plan that gives them equal or greater functionality.
Yeah, that's when I quit. That's when I quit paying.
So wait a minute. So if you have, so why don't they keep it? If you have your current functionality and the current price, you could keep it that way. That's the way it should be. And if you want the additional features, then you pay for more stuff.
But they got to
rip you off as much as they possibly can.
Yes, but I'm saying everybody is in this.
But think about this:
what if AI coming and all these AI tools coming out, and now all of a sudden your legacy tool doesn't work anymore?
But
so now you got to patch it with AI, and it's costing you.
But wait, but here's the thing: if you have a current functionality price point for the time being, you should keep that in, locked in. And if you want to pay for the additional features, the premium features, then you go and make that premium increase. That way, the people who don't need those new things aren't affected at all by this price increase. But what they're saying basically, and we talked about this a little earlier today, is this is their opportunity to basically wipe out the customers that helped them build the platform at a certain price point. And now what they're saying is we've got this opportunity. We can blame it on AI to get the prices and the kind of customers who are willing to pay those prices. And we would rather be done with the folks who are only paying us $10 a month, because we would rather focus on the folks that are willing to pay us 50, 70, $100 a month. And this is just their way of doing it. I just don't think that's such an underhanded way to do customers. That's the way I look at it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't disagree with you.
Look at this. Active campaign increased 77% with
with
less
less
features.
features.
What the hell? That's like the worst of both worlds.
This is crazy, man. See, all these people, all these things, they started running real lean and trying to get a foothold. And now that they got a foothold, all of a sudden they trying to be, they trying to buy the bar.
It's like they're on a race to see who can get the money the most and be the one that is there. Because I think Brian, and I think we all kind of touched on it, some of these vendors are trying to be the one-stop shop, and instead of having to pay like $20 a month here, 30 here, 50 there, and it all adds up to like a really big number, they're trying to say, hey, look, you could you can make us your one-stop shop, and you only have to pay us half of what you are traditionally paying the other 10 vendors.
Well, for Canva, that's a yes. I don't see that necessarily for, these other two platforms we're talking about. I mean,
Canva is just why do you say that? Is because you don't see them as having any real competition or something? Or
I mean, I don't think people understand, and I know you don't.
I don't, because I don't use Canva.
Because you don't use it.
Right.
But I don't think even users understand how much you can do everything in terms of video editing. You can do it with Canva.
See, I'm used to using Adobe Premiere Pro, so I don't need that.
Well,
and the editing tools that come with some of these AI video editing, like Opus AI, whatever. And I use the combination of what they do to kind of kickstart the process, because you upload the video and
right.
they
But
start
I mean, how much do you pay for that?
I think I'm paying $200 a year, and I
well,
got
that's
like,
your grandfather in.
Yeah, and I got like 120 hours.
Right now, let me just go, because you're talking about Opus Pro. That's what he's talking about, guys. Opus Pro, their pricing is $14.50 a month. It's like if you do a limited, you think.
Yeah, but how many hours? That's based on the hours.
Okay, 3,600 processing minutes per year. 3,600 processing minutes.
That's a lot. That's a pretty significant amount of hours.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
All right. So, I mean, let's say you're paying for that to do your, and actually it's normally $29, they say, but let's say it's $15. Okay. Let's just do 15. All right. So you got $15 a month that you're doing your video editing. All right. Now let's say you buy another program that's a little bit, cheap to do your graphics and stuff.
So I have Premiere Pro. Oh, I have the Creative Cloud Suite.
Okay.
So you get Photoshop with that. Okay. You get Premiere Pro. You get all Adobe. Now,
how much is
the first to tell you? I think it's like. Now here's where the increases
like $129 a month.
No, it's not that much yet, but who knows? When I first got the Creative Cloud, I think it was only like 20 something.
Yeah, I remember.
And then like every year it keep
going up and going up.
So now I think it's $59 a month.
Okay.
And by the way, Ryan says he likes Adobe Express now.
Yes, that's a good one.
Lots and lots of features that you have to pay on. Canva is free on. Oh, okay. So there's the competition: Adobe Express and Canva.
And then, but that's only for the images. I mean, for the drawing and the graphics.
Adobe Express?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So you don't get the like a. Is there an equivalent to Premiere Express or something like that?
No.
Okay. Well, so
Adobe Express is expressly created to compete with Canva,
okay.
right? So it's damn near free.
But I thought you said Canva you could do video stuff in the editing.
I know, but nobody uses or people. Not enough people know about it that use it. So most of the people that use it only use it for the imagery stuff. And so Adobe Express is like, let's put something together, and it's like 30. It's $10 a month. That's what I just looked it up. So Adobe Express is $10 a month. So now we've got your video with the Opus, and we've got our images and stuff with Adobe. Cool.
So if you go to
That's $25.
let's
Put
just
25
say you
bucks
go
in.
Ryan's way. You're talking Adobe Express and Opus.
Yep.
Okay. Which
So we're
right now
25 bucks
that's
in.
not bad, and it seems like you get a pretty good amount of functionality for that. Sounds like it.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's good, right? Everybody likes it.
Yeah.
You know, I'm
Until
not mad.
see maybe this is where Adobe starts really honing in on Canva's business.
Well, no, wait now. Hold on.
Okay, keep on.
So they just introduced websites.
Who did?
So now Canva.
Okay. Well,
You can build websites on Canva.
Now wait a minute. Is that already included into what you're already paying $12 a month for?
Yes. Yes. So you can
Alright.
build your
So
website now.
I'm telling you
on
right now,
Canva.
folks, any of you folks who are individual Canva users, you might as well just get your wallet, start cranking it open, because they're gonna be coming for y'all soon. Because they ain't gonna keep getting you all this stuff and keeping that price at the same point.
They're probably not. But I mean, they're adding more and more stuff.
Okay, JR says he's at 56 for Adobe Suite. Oh, so he does the Creative Suite too. Yeah, 56. That sounds about right. Plus the 9 for extra storage. That's why I don't do the extra storage.
Yeah,
Adobe
it's very
Express has
pro
evolved to
level
compete.
too. I mean, it's not very.
Well, Adobe's Creative Cloud is everything. It's like the kitchen sink in that sucker.
Right. All right. So what we had websites.
All right, but
Cool.
all right, but I mean, what are you paying for that? Were you doing something with websites outside of Canva before they offered that?
I mean, just think about hosting a website and building a website on a WordPress.
Like a Squarespace kind of thing.
Yeah, like a Squarespace. That would be better because it gives you a little drag and drop.
Yeah, and how much is that? Because I have no idea how much Squarespace is.
Let's look at Squarespace. So let's go to Square.
While you do that, I'm just going to read Ryan's comment.
Yeah.
In my mind, everything is going to be cheap while a company is trying to. Yes, that we talked about this.
Yeah.
Canva is at that point where they can increase prices and look, increasing prices is like, oh, let's go from $15 to $20 or $15 to $25. We're not talking about $15 to $500.
That's your big issue, I'm sure.
The size of the increase is ridiculous.
Going 300%.
Oh, come on. I mean, it's almost like they're trying to make up for past time or something.
Yeah.
That is so ridiculous to me.
That's a lot.
That shows a complete lack of respect to your current customers. That's the way
I mean, I don't think they taken in their feelings at all.
I wonder if the backlash is going to make them rethink this at some point.
I don't think so.
You don't think so? I think they're going to have to come back with another plan.
You think?
If the outrage is really very loud and universal, they're going to have to address it.
Okay. So I got $16 on Squarespace for the personal.
All right.
And then finally, let's do audio editing.
See, once again, I think you could use Adobe's. Yeah, but I think don't they have like a dummy down audio thing that's kind of cheap or free?
For Adobe?
I think you have that Adobe Enhance or Adobe Podcast thing.
Okay, let's see. Adobe Podcast. Oh, I see. Adobe Podcast is coming up. Let's see. Is that free?
I think it is.
Looks like it is. I don't see a button for that.
Yeah, I use this. I use the Enhance thing from Adobe Podcast,
Okay,
and it's
well, see, wait, that's only up to 30 minutes. It's free up to 30 minutes.
for what, a week or a day or a month. I don't.
A 30-minute duration of you can do it for free for a 30-minute duration.
Oh, a max 30-minute
Right,
long audio clip.
right.
But I mean, you just cut it in half and do both
I
sides.
don't know if that's, I don't know, 2 projects per day. It has some limitations. Let's put it like that. The free version. So there is an express paid version as well.
Well, and because I'm a Creative Cloud customer, you get all that stuff for free. They don't make you pay for any of that
Right.
extra.
So you're still at your $59, but we're not even up to 59. You're still paying more than if we bought all those things separate.
Yeah, that's okay because I am used to. Look, I'm paying more right now, but who's to say in a year or two, or maybe even less than that, all these services start saying, let's look like Canva. Why don't we go ahead and raise our stuff like $100? And
Well,
then next thing you know, you're out.
you did say you started in the 20s and now you're paying 60.
Yeah, 20 to 60 is different from 119 to 500. I mean, that's just
Not
different.
really, brother.
Oh, come on. That increase is way,
It's
way
about the
more.
same.
20. No,
20?
I was never paying $20 a month. I think it was
Okay.
like 29 or something like that.
Okay, so you went from 30 to 60.
Yeah, so that's like a double. Oh, and it's been
Okay,
like
so it's
3
double.
years or something like
And
that.
this is going to triple.
In 2 years.
Yeah.
Well, actually, it goes
I'm
up.
not disagreeing, but I'm just saying, we get screwed coming and going.
I know.
with
Well,
platforms.
look, I understand, and I think it's right when a service is one of these perpetual services, and you can see them investing in the platform, giving you more functionality, giving you more abilities. You gotta expect them to raise the price because you can see that price increase going into the product.
Yeah.
But this is marketing here. This is
A
all
part of
this.
it is, do you know what part of it is?
I would say a significant part of it is.
Definitely. These guys are marketing like crazy now. And that's how they got where they are. It's from the marketing.
You know what? That's not how they got where they are. But maybe partially,
let's
but
put it like let's say in the last year and a half or so.
Let's say it's partially, but the other portion is the product is good and people.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And you know what? It was the value. It was a good product priced at the right place.
Reasonably
And people
priced.
were happy about it. I mean, people love that thing.
Yeah, I do. I'm not gonna lie. I love Canva.
I want to. Do you love it as much now?
Well, yeah. You're talking to the wrong guy. So.
Oh, you like it? You love it still?
Absolutely. Well, here's the thing: is that I paid for it for years and never used it.
Oh my. We talked about that today too.
Because it was so cheap. It was cheap. I didn't care. I was like,
but will you pay for it now and not use it?
No, absolutely not. But the fact is that I actually started using it, and like, dude, the output and the content that I get from it is pretty exciting. It's making me want to learn more and more about it. I think that's why when I talk about it, I'm like, oh, but it can do this, it can do that, because I've gone deeper into the rabbit hole now.
See, that's where I've been with like Adobe Premiere Pro. I'm there are other things like DaVinci Resolve. I played around with that,
which is free.
Well, the studio one isn't, but it comes if you buy a camera or something like that, a Blackmagic product. They usually throw in a license for the studio version, which is nice. It's very easy to use. But I already know Premiere Pro's,
and you're not going to go anywhere.
Well, it's hard to relearn.
It is.
I know Photoshop now. It's hard to relearn and do something else.
Literally, that's what kept me from using Adobe.
Learning.
It's hard to learn it. I was like, I just don't want to learn. I came from this, old Microsoft world, and I knew how to do enough stuff in that to get away with it. And I didn't want to learn nothing new. And same thing with the Canvas. Like, okay, I'd go in there, I'd try it and do a few things. If I need to move a background, okay, great. I'd use it, but I didn't actually really get into it until recently. And now that I'm into it, I'm like, I don't want to leave.
you know what? But maybe that's for you. That's your reason. But I'm sure there are people out here who see this increase in like I need to, I can't, I got to get out of here. But then they start thinking about, oh man, it's going to be really hard to get out because I got so much stuff in here, and maybe I'm on, I have so many people I'm working with, and we're all fluent in that,
Yeah.
and they're like held hostage. They're not happy about that.
Well, to be honest with you, I don't use Teams, so this doesn't affect me.
Yet it's
Yes,
gonna come.
yeah. But I mean, well, the thing is, I mean, I've got teams of people on it, but I always thought I'm not paying extra.
So wait a minute. So what? So you got people that use Teams that do stuff for you?
No, I got people on my team that have Canva accounts. They all got individual Canva accounts,
Oh, they
right?
got
So,
individual cameras.
so if we're working on something, we share it with each other, and then that sharing gives us opportunity to, make comments or make
Oh, but
adjustments.
you're
But
doing
that
that
one,
outside of the actual Teams
exactly, and
side
I
of things.
never felt like Teams gave me enough benefit to pay the extra, so I didn't get hit by this, increase.
But
So
remember when we were doing the Small Biz Trend show, the way that Leland explained it, he was like, he never saw why you should pay for Teams because of the way that
the
the
way
way
they
that you could
priced it.
kind of the pricing was kind of weird.
Yeah, he was saying like if you had 5 people, it was this number. If you had 6 people, it goes up for all 5 of them. It wasn't like it was not exponential where it's like, okay, it just goes up by the number of people. It's like the more people you have, even the more price per seat would go up. I'm like, that's crazy.
But Chris, our buddy Chris is here, and
Chris
he's
is
saying,
here.
I love and recommend Canva, but I still use Photoshop for book covers because I'm used to it. I bet there's a lot of
Chris,
people
do
that have
you
that kind of.
use Teams with Canva?
Yeah, let us know. Let us know if you're going to be affected by this ridiculous price increase.
It's ridiculous.
It is ridiculous.
No, I'm saying it is ridiculous. I'm shaking my head the wrong way. Yes, it is ridiculous.
But let's look at this. It doesn't look from what JR is saying, Active Campaign, StreamYard,
Yeah.
now Canva. If they're all doing it, there's going to be a huge revolt on these folks.
And I mean, it's a big cost for small businesses.
I just something's got to give here. I can't imagine small businesses that are using some of these tools are just essential to the way they work.
Absolutely.
And they let them grow to be essential because it was of good value at the time, great functionality and great price. What if it goes to great functionality and terrible price? That's not a winning solution. I just don't get it.
Well, I mean, I'm sure there is it's like you can only turn the volume up so much. And right now, I think they're testing the market.
They're turning the heat up. I mean, and people are starting to,
I mean, literally, if you watched, for those of you that didn't, I watched the last Canva, conference thing that they did where they did all their announcements and everything. And I was like, there's something different today. And all the announcements seems to be like at enterprise level.
They're going upstream.
They're going upstream. And that's what this pricing represents. They're trying to get rid of the
small timers.
They're trying to get rid of them.
Because you guys came on board when they needed you.
Right. And we've perfected it.
Yep. And
now we're going after enterprise.
They priced it at that need level. Now they're feeling good. There's lots of y'all on board, lots of people with the teams. And now they're saying, you know what? We don't really need y'all anymore. There are plenty of folks out there in that big enterprise world that'll be willing to pay us $500. Matter of fact, they sneeze and $500 comes out there.
Before we get out of here, I do want to talk about Anthropic and Amazon.
Go ahead,
because I don't want to miss that.
Go ahead.
Because that one is a little bit different.
Go ahead. What's up with that?
Well, I'm saying that they're going to have a new, which, I think they could have thrown it in for the Prime member, right? But they're talking about a paid subscription service that is going to have a smarter Alexa, and it's
Uh,
going to be between $5 and $10 a month.
yeah.
All right, not that huge, okay. But I'm guessing you're going to opt out.
I'll tell you something that I haven't really used in over a year, and that's Alexa.
Wow. Okay. So that's interesting because
And
you're a big
my life
Alexa
has,
person.
I haven't missed it. I have not missed it.
Yeah. Well, and so
So I'm not paying anything right now additional for that. The only thing I'm paying right now for Amazon is Amazon Prime, which is still
it keeps
worth
it
its,
up.
yeah, I'm not giving that up. That's still worth its weight in gold. And of course, you buy your individual transaction stuff.
You remember when that was what? 59, 69, 79?
Yeah, wasn't it 39 when it first came out or
Was it
something like that?
39? No, was it that cheap?
Seemed like it was pretty cheap.
Mm.
And
Well, I
now
don't
what are
know.
we at?
129?
139,
Yeah,
120,
130,
yeah.
somewhere
But you
around
know
there
what? It's been around for like what, 15 years or maybe
before it
even
made
longer than
that
that.
kind of and that kind of jump.
Yeah. Whereas Canva, come on, I mean, they just seem to really, there's something about that price increase that just doesn't sit right with me. I've never seen any company do that.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's interesting. But would you pay $5 or $10 a month?
I paid $5 or $10 for a lot of stuff. So yeah, I mean,
Okay.
I
So
can
this
see
is
it.
going to be separate from the Amazon Prime. It's going to have uh, Claude built in, and it's supposed to be able to really handle a lot of different tasks and stack tasks. So that's kind of cool, right? Say yes. Just say yes.
In theory.
Okay, in theory. So here's the other part of the theory. Let's say there's 100 million users on this platform. Okay, which is it's about right.
It could happen.
No, I'm saying no. I'm sorry. Before they put the subscription in, 100 million people have a Alexa on their desk somewhere.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, if just 10% of those people opt in at $5 per month, that's an annual revenue increase of $600 million.
Hey, look, we used to do a show that was all about Amazon, and we marveled at the way that they could basically create these revenue streams out of nothing because of Amazon Prime, and they got all these people signed up for that. And all they have to do is keep offering little things on the side of that. I mean, I pay for no ads. So on top of the
You
annual,
do
I do, because I don't want to see ads when I'm watching stuff.
on your Prime, you pay for no ads.
I pay, it's only like $2.99 a month.
Oh my God, I can't believe you pay for that.
I pay for that. I pay for 11 or was it 11 or 12.99 on YouTube.
No,
I can't
YouTube, yes.
stand that.
No, YouTube, that is a bargain comparatively.
Yeah, because I'm
Plus
always
the
on
amount,
YouTube.
well, yeah, plus the amount of time you
Not
save by
it's
not
not
having
only
to watch that
it's
stuff.
not only the time. We said this before. It's like it's so jarring the way they drop ads in on YouTube.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's a terrible
Like
situation.
I said, they know it's the worst time of
Oh
the no.
God.
Okay, so you pay to remove the ads.
Yeah.
Great. And you're paying. So, I mean,
And I pay for premium channels too.
okay, so for somebody like you, paying an extra $5, they're probably going to get you.
Not for everything now.
Well, I'm just saying, if you were a uh, uh, Alexa user, you'd probably pay it.
Yeah, if I
You
use
do
it
it.
a lot,
You do it.
yeah, and it makes it easier, more efficient. Yeah, I can
So
see
it's going to turn a revenue generating stream in for Amazon, and it makes sense. This one,
But see, I'm not opposed to this one because once again,
you're not okay.
The price point is not ridiculous.
Well, you went from $0 to $5. That's ridiculous.
$5.
That used to be a foot long, bro. I ordered a foot long the other day. It was 12 damn dollars.
Hey, Ramon, I am a hater. I am a hater with a capital HATENR. That's how much I hate ads.
Yeah, whatever. Ramon ain't liking no display ads. He likes them if he buys them.
I didn't even know he was. He's not into advertising, is he?
Yes, he is. He's an
Oh,
he's an
okay.
e-com guy now.
Well, sorry, I'm a hater.
But
Nah,
that's crazy, dude. That's crazy.
I think that it's the irritating level of increase that these companies
I think
like.
Canva's in a world of its own. Yes, thank you.
But he's saying StreamYard is coming in at 125%.
Ugh.
I mean, these numbers are ridiculous. I just I
This
find
is
that
why we
offensive.
like AppSumo.
That's such a great thing, man.
That's why we
That
like
is, you know
AppSumo.
what? And it's also why we like Zoho,
And we like Zoho.
because they always value the customer. They don't try to gouge the customer. I had a call with Raju over there today, and he said something about, I can't relate at all, but the rationale for how they price certain things is so refreshing, and it's so pro customer. Eh, eh, e- They're like on their own island.
Planet.
Yeah, and it's unfortunate because we need more companies to be like
I
that.
think what's more unfortunate is that I don't know. It's that that part of their culture does not. It's they. I don't. You know what? I don't. I don't see them marketing that part of the culture as much
You don't see them marketing that much at all when
at
you
all.
think about
Right?
it.
Exactly. And so it's like they're a leader in many of these things, and they're just very quiet in the background.
But
You know?
because they do not do a lot of marketing.
Yeah. Well, they
They
don't
put
have to because they put the customer first.
and they put the R&D into the product and the platform, and they increase the value of the platform without increasing the price to ridiculous sums.
Yeah. My my
I,
cat's sitting here and he's liking the fact that I'm brushing him. So
no, that's
oh,
nice for
not ignoring you guys.
the
My
kitty.
cat's down here.
Yes. All right. Anyway, I'm really, let me. I think there was one thing I wanted to see if you had heard this week. It was in the New York Times. Let me see if I can put this on screen, because we only
I,
got a couple of minutes to go anyway.
oh, I got something you need to hear too.
Oh, you want to do that now while I find this?
Well, I can't. What I can put it on screen? No, I can't put it on screen. But you got to go check out the new LL Cool J Eminem rap. Oh my God, I feel like I'm in high school again.
With two old geezers rapping.
And an old geezer listening, and I'm having fun again.
Is it like, are they
It's
trying
really
to?
good though.
Wait a minute.
No,
Let me just ask you: is it two old dudes trying to sound like the young
no,
guys?
no. It's two old dudes doing what they did when they were at
Young.
the top of their game.
So they have the same style.
It's an updated style a little bit in terms of they made this style for the music, but it's really great. I was like, wow, that's good. Just go listen and tell
Okay.
me, give me your feedback when you do. And you guys
Uh,
go listen out there
all
too.
right. I just,
Definitely look it up. New LL Cool J song with Eminem
because
on
I
YouTube.
I kind of
Fantastic.
do get a little sad when I see old dudes still out there. You
And
know
yeah,
what I'm
you
talking
know
about,
what? This didn't feel like that. I know what you're saying,
right?
right? Or when I see them and they're trying to do the
Uh,
new,
yeah.
it's like, bro, I mean,
That
you're the
gets,
Temptations. I don't need you to be Molly Cyrus, okay? So I get it, you know. So yeah, but it was really, really good, really good.
all right. Well, I'll give it a shot.
You'll hate it, but go ahead. What are you
All right.
showing me?
All right. I'm having issues trying to get this on
No, that's
screen.
not
I'll just read
abnormal.
it to you. So there's a New York Times article, and I think it just came out. What was it, yesterday? So the title is called "The Bands and the Fans Were Fake." The
Oh yes, I know this story.
the
Go
$10 million
ahead, tell me.
dollars, the $10 million
Yes.
is real. The bands and the fans were fake. So basically, what happened is, federal prosecutors charged a North Carolina musician with gaming the system to win royalties from streaming services, including Spotify, Apple Music, and Amazon. So here's the meat of it. North Carolina man used artificial intelligence to create hundreds of thousands of fake songs by fake bands, then put them on streaming services where they were enjoyed by an audience of fake listeners,
Yes.
prosecutors said. Penny by penny, he collected a very real $10 million.
$10 million.
They said when they charged him with fraud. The man, Michael Smith, Man, what a generic name. I wonder if that's real. Michael Smith, 52, was accused in a federal indictment unsealed on Wednesday of stealing royalty payments from digital streaming platforms for 7 years.
Wow.
Mr. Smith, a flesh and blood musician, produced AI generated music and played it billions of times using bots he had programmed. He's probably a better technician than he is a actual musician.
He has to be. Do you know how many
According to the
spins he
indictment.
was getting per day?
Well, we're talking billions over a time
He was
period.
getting
So.
up to 600,000 spins a day.
Listen to the supposed artist names had names like Callous Post, Calorie Screams, and Calvinistic Dust, and produced tunes like Zygotic Washstands. I mean, this is just gibberish. Smith
Doesn't
stole
matter.
millions.
Ain't nobody listening but his bots.
Yeah, that's right. Smith stole millions in royalties that should have been paid to musicians, songwriters, and
I
other
disagree with
rights
that
holders
part.
whose songs were legitimately streamed. That's what the U.S. attorney said.
He
Mr.
ain't steal nothing from nobody that didn't.
Well, did he use the public sounds to create this stuff and then charge for that stuff?
No, not necessarily.
Anyway, this stuff is wild. What's going on?
That is wild. I mean, but that's just the tip of this new iceberg.
What's Ramon talking about here? Let's talk stores. I'm about to start a new business on Shopify versus my current store on BigCommerce. What do y'all think about Shopify? This is on you because I don't really keep up with that.
I mean, it is what it is.
It seems like they had their moment, and it might have kind of passed them by.
Well, I mean, it was their moment was during the freaking
pandemic.
So I mean, but I think they've stabled the plane and they're moving forward. Insightful. Thank you.
Well, yeah, they went for it, and unfortunately for them, it really wasn't there to go for.
Here's the thing. Okay, here's the thing. Shopify is a great platform. It has a lot of capabilities. The problem I do have with Shopify is that everything is a plugin, and when you look at it, and it's such, it says, "Hey, you can start a Shopify store for $39 a month." By the time you get all these other plugins and stuff, and then pay a percentage of your sales to them, it can be pretty expensive. So that's my thought on Shopify. I like it, but it's not the only game in town.
I guess everybody is so trying to find an alternative to Amazon. It must be very frustrating to never be able to find an alternative. And Amazon is allowed to do the things that they apparently do.
No, nothing's more expensive than Amazon. Amazon has a special for every seller out there. So there you go.
Look at Freddie Taylor is saying WooCommerce, son.
WooCommerce.
Woo. Is the Wu-Tang involved in WooCommerce?
Yeah, they should.
Great.
They should be.
They should be the
They should do a whole commercial.
You ain't lying now. That would be fun.
But WooCommerce is cool too, because it's free, right? But
for now,
no, they're not going anywhere. But I mean, it's built on a good platform. One thing that is, you got to host it yourself, and then you also have to maintain it yourself. So there are costs associated with that are not hidden. But I mean, don't think just out of the box you're going to get a free store and it's going to be all gravy. It does take.
That's a huge trade-off, because you don't really want to do the things you need to do to maintain the site, but you don't want to lose control, because we see what happens when you lose control. You end up being an Amazon
bot
seller, and you don't even know the name of your customer because they don't give you any of the customer's information. I mean, that's that's a hard thing to kind of balance.
But I mean, between the two, if honestly, if all things equal, I would go definitely with WooCommerce.
Over what?
Over Shopify, because both of them have a very big developer community, right? So there's a lot of support out there. There's a lot of tools that are being developed that make them both run and all that. You have 100% control with your WooCommerce store. but of course you got to maintain it. And then with the Shopify store, you don't have as much control, but you don't have to maintain it, and it's run on their servers. So it's more, it's got. I'm not going to say more stability, but at least you don't have to worry about the security parts that you have to worry about on your own server with a WooCommerce type store.
Yeah.
But I mean, all things being equal, I think I really do like Woo as a community better than Shopify.
But then you got to look at what Freddie is saying here. You really can't walk away from Amazon. The platform, the marketplace is too big, and people trust from a consumer perspective.
Mm-hmm.
People trust them. You don't get that everywhere else. You don't get
Yeah,
that.
you don't. I don't think that's. I think it was a big moat for years. I think it's getting smaller and smaller.
Well, who's digging away at the moat? Who's
Amazon themselves.
so you're self-inflicted, basically.
Yeah, I mean I think because of they're not as protective of the brand when it came to
Really?
when it came to selecting sellers.
Oh,
And so
yeah.
now we're getting cheap shit from China delivered to us with the Amazon box, and all of a sudden it's like,
How is
it's
that
not.
counterfeiting? I haven't heard much about that stuff lately. It seemed like it hit its peak during the pandemic, but I don't hear as much horror stories as I had like two,
No,
three
they
years ago.
definitely
So they got somewhat of a control on that.
when you say that that you were getting fake items sent or what?
Yeah, remember during the pandemic there was a lot of counterfeit stuff going
Oh
on.
yeah, no counterfeit. No, no, you're not
Yeah.
doing a counterfeit.
All
I
right.
mean, you don't have to do counterfeit on Amazon. All you got to do is make a brand that works, make a name for it on Amazon with Amazon sellers and buyers. I mean, and you're ready to go. So I think it is what it is. With
Mm.
Amazon, in my opinion, is I don't like we've talked about this. I don't like the practice of, hey, let me sell you a newspaper, right? Then let me put your story in the newspaper, but you just pay me for your story to be in the newspaper. Oh, no problem. But hey, guess what? I'm going to run an ad on your story and then make you pay for the ad too. That's my problem with Amazon. They get you coming and going.
Well, let's face it. And believe me, this is not me defending them. I'm just kind of laying out the facts. They've got the marketplace, they've got the customers,
Mm-hmm.
and they've got the tools, they got the platform.
You can't beat it.
They've got everything.
They got a lot. They got a lot going for them. But I tell you, China's coming for that ass. You watch. I'm telling
Here's
you.
the problem with that.
What's that?
Let me see if I can find somebody said it. I think was it Freddie or Ramon? They said something that was really important, and I can't even find it because you guys have been leaving some really good comments. But
Amazon.
they said Amazon is so trusted by customers. China, I don't know if they're going to ever get to that level of trust with consumers.
Yeah, I know, but see, if it's so cheap, I mean this is how we got the Temus of the world now. That plus them see what people don't understand is that China is coming after America on multiple fronts. So they've got TikTok, which actually has more traffic than Amazon, right?
Yeah, but not doing anywhere near the amount of actual commerce.
I don't know. I don't know what the TikTok numbers are, but I know there are some crazy numbers that are being sold on TikTok every day,
Yeah.
right? And so you got that. Then you've got these marketplaces, the Temus, and what's that other one where they do the clothes? Can't even remember a Shein. And all of that is also Amazon customers. So Amazon's piece of the pie is getting smaller, which of course they got a huge piece of the
But
pie.
wait a minute, is the overall pie expanding?
Possibly, but I mean we have to look at new customers, right? And I think Amazon is starting to feel like if I talk to my niece and them, she's 19 years old. They ain't talking about Amazon. They're talking about the stuff they got on TikTok. You know what I'm saying? And that's big. I mean, that's how changes
I'm
happen.
guessing there are certain things like the influencers are able
Are all
to.
on those platforms.
So they're selling stuff like I'll say like, and I'm not
Don't
trying
get
to.
you
I'm not
can't.
going to be disparaging. I'm
Don't
just going to
do
say
it.
it's
Don't
going to
do it.
be a lot. I have to do some of it now. Like
Uh-huh.
a lot of it around beauty products
Yes.
and clothes and
Electronics.
makeup and
Yep.
stuff like that.
Yep.
And
Yep.
it kind of makes sense because
Houseware.
remember Amazon tried to get on. Do they still have that Amazon? What's that streaming Amazon? I
I
forget.
remember what you're talking about. The
Yeah,
Amazon where you could
it
sit
went
there and see.
nowhere. It went
I
nowhere.
wonder if I think that's still out there though. I wonder if it is the Amazon streaming channels.
But see,
I gotta
here's the
look.
thing. Here's the thing, and here's where I love what you're saying about what's going on with TikTok because they're the influencers on YouTube and TikTok. They aren't playing by the traditional rules of like you sellers are playing by because they didn't come out of that
Out of that,
world.
yeah, that
Yeah,
world.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I think they don't look at what goes on in Amazon as being anything that's relegated to what they have to do.
Nope.
And so I think you're right. And that's why I think the pie overall is expanding.
It could be. This holiday season will definitely be a tell. This
Oh,
holiday season will be a
are they
tell.
doing an Amazon Day in the fall?
Yes, they are. Should be coming
A
up
Prime Day,
soon.
excuse me. Yeah.
Yes, yes, they are.
What in October?
I want to say it's this month. I don't know.
Maybe.
They never tell us when it is, but they tell us, look, you need to get your inventory in before the fall
So you
Prime
know
Day.
it's coming.
Yeah, yeah. So it's
Interesting.
soon. I know it's soon, but I don't know the actual date.
It'll be really interesting to see how that goes, considering all the weird,
It'll
all
go
the
great. I mean,
people
Amazon.
still are buying stuff.
Yeah,
That's the thing,
Amazon's not. Oh man, people are buying. Please,
even if it's on
it's
credit,
ridiculous.
because the amount of credit, the credit card debt, oh, it's well over 1.1 trillion now.
Really, is that more than it was
Oh hell
before?
yeah,
Really,
yeah. People have
1.1 trillion.
people say a lot of the reason the economy stayed afloat was because of credit.
Yeah, I could see that.
At some point, and I don't even want to think
The
about
bill comes due.
it. So yeah,
The bill comes due.
and when that bill comes due, woo.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting, and hopefully, I'll be prepared.
Anyway, I will. I can't believe I'm actually hitting the road. It's been a nice vacation
It's
from.
that time of the year. Quit
It
crying.
is that time of the year.
Go
So
make some money.
I get to go to my favorite place on Sunday,
Las
Vegas,
Vegas, baby.
where it's like 105 degrees at this moment.
All right, cut that shit off your face.
Well, yeah, I got to shave.
You gotta shave it.
I got to come out of my little cocoon. That's all right because it's Cloud
That's
World,
funny.
which is in Vegas, and then the week after that is Dreamforce San Francisco. I hear they're expecting about 50,000 people there, so that should be pretty interesting.
Wear your mask, bro.
Yeah, oh yeah, it's back.
Oh my
Everybody
God, wear your mask
with a vengeance. I can't wait to get the updated booster because I don't want to get that thing again.
Yeah, me. Oh, you had it before? I haven't
I had it once
I don't
before.
want it. I do not want
You've
it.
never had it?
No.
Are you sure?
I can't say I'm positive, but I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Mm.
Let's put it like this. I ain't been down with no fevers.
Yeah, I didn't get a fever.
Oh, you didn't get a fever.
Nah, but I got, it was a weird, it's like a 24-hour kind of thing. I was like, oh, this is, I don't want to.
Did you get it at the same event I was at? No.
I got it at an event you were at. I don't know.
You did, didn't you? Okay. I didn't
Yeah,
know.
and I knew I was going to get it because they stuck us in that room with no ventilation and
And
low
the
roof.
ceiling was
And
right
we were
here.
sitting like this with all crammed up. I was like, damn, I shouldn't go in there. Because that really pissed me off too.
Oh, that's funny.
I ain't going into no low ceiling rooms with no windows, no ventilation, and everybody's sitting like, nah, I'm out. Not doing that. Anyway, we will be back Friday.
Okay, so you'll be here for Friday.
Yeah, I get back Thursday, so I'll be ready to roll.
I get to do the American SBDC.
Is that local?
Yeah, it's going to be in Atlanta.
Cool.
this
Oh,
year.
is that the one at the? Where's that gonna be?
It's going to be at the what's that hotel? The one with the thing in the middle where you can see all the way to the top. I don't
Was that a W or something?
know. No, it's like the oldest hotel known to man here in Atlanta.
Not the Omni.
Okay, no, it's not that old. You know, but you know, it's the I don't know. You know the one
Yeah.
with the little lions out front. I can't. It's right.
Oh, I know.
You know what I'm talking about, right? The one with the ribs inside, where you can see all the
Yeah.
way to the top. Yeah, that one.
Ugh, I haven't been there in years.
Yeah, I can't wait to see. Because the last time I was there, they were
Working on it.
revamp it. Yeah. So
Well,
anyway,
hopefully they're done.
please, I'm sure they are. But I'll tell you, there's a lot of people coming because I tried to get a hotel in town and I had to go pretty far away from that hotel just to get a
Really?
room. Yeah, yeah. They
So
got a
how
lot.
many people they're expecting? For
I
this?
don't know. I don't know. It ain't no tens of thousands, but I'm sure it's a few thousand.
Well, you enjoy yourself there.
Yeah. I get to train the trainers of small business. That's
Train the trainers.
yeah, that's kind of crazy.
You're Coach John.
Yes, I am Coach
That's
John.
what you do.
Shut up.
Anyway, folks, have a great weekend. We'll see you next Friday.
Peace.